boy Bleeve.
This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right.
Everybody listen up.
If you don't use NordVPN, you could get hacked, and that would suck.
Bada bing, ching, ching, big profit. Even when the market sideways.
Don't forget to sign up for MEXC. The link's in the description down below. That helps me out tremendously.
This is not financial advice.
OKX is offering incentives for you to sign up. Make sure that you sign up today in the description down below.
I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm always right.
Go to atlashealthline.com for all of your Delta 8 gummy needs and for all your Delta 8 inhalation needs, I want to say. I don't know. Something like that. It's in the description below.
It's been a long day. I mean, a long week. Maybe a long year. So let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors.
Guys, if you're outside of America, or if you're lucky enough to be using NordVPN, you could be signed up to BitGet for all of your futures trading needs. The link is in the description down below. Hey guys, if you're trading in America, you can use up-down trading through crypto.com. It's in the description down below. Sign up today and start trading.
Carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way. So everybody gets sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great morning. My name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves. We are we're in a weird place right now. Lost $20 billion in capital in the market last night. And you want to know why that was? It was thanks to some raggedy ass Fed chair, Loretta Mester. I want to say her name is, she is from, let's go find out which one it is. It's Loretta Mester from the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. So let's lead off with, she has said that she sees no reason to pause rate hikes. The Fed's historic string of monetary tightening has been among the major reasons for continued bear market in cryptocurrency. I don't really see a compelling reason to pause, says Loretta Mester. I would see more of a compelling case to bring rates up and then holding for a while until you get less uncertain about where the economy is going. Her remarks helped send the US dollar higher and Bitcoin lower, causing a cascade of sell-off last night, putting us at about minus 21 billion, with the US market having not yet opened up. Now, you don't want to see that. You obviously would like to see you obviously want to see it moving in the positive direction, but again, we're in the liquidity map right here. We've moved down into this position. It's a great opportunity to start to capture a little bit of this liquidity. And basically, when I say that we're trying to capture liquidity, by the way, I want it to be known, so just so everybody understands, in case people are just hearing me and not understanding what this is, right? These are buy orders. These are people that are setting themselves to buy. And what they're doing is they're going long over here. So they could have thousands of dollars sitting here. And as a matter of fact, here's the numbers up here. But there's, let's just say that there's millions of dollars sitting here waiting for these purchases to happen, because, you know, these guys know that if it happens to come way down here, they know that this is life-changing because it's going to absolutely run bonkers, right? Shorts, same thing. Like, people are setting themselves a short way out here. So, you know, a lot of this amount, that's called liquidity. That's actual putting money back into the market. So that's what we're looking for. And just consider, if you consider right now that the people who are trading today at 27,072, which is the price at this point, right? If the people sitting at 27,072 are going to continue trading in the market, and then you add the amounts that are sitting down here into that liquidity pool, then we're not just trading at 27,072. It's 20,072 plus whatever this represents. So does that take us up here into 28, 29, 30,000 range? That's what's happening, and that's why this liquidity is so important in the market right now. So that's what we're trying to capture. That's what's going on. And you know, maybe with this dip right now, you can see some of that opportunity start to come up, and you know, hopefully we see something awesome happen with that. Maybe we'll get a dip down into this level right here at this 22,000, because that is the absolute right here. See, it kind of dips here at 21.3. So that would be the perfect opportunity to just get in there, get some of that money, and go crazy. So we'll see what happens over the next little while, but we are on alert right now looking for that. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried could have some charges dropped to honor the extradition. And then what are the charges that could be dropped? Being man candy. Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the most handsome men on the planet, obviously, and Caroline, smoke show, right? We got that right. You know, that girl actually sat on a video and said, I don't even do math. I don't even do math. Oh my God. You know, look, all I'm saying is her glasses are the absolute perfect, just absolute perfect ad for Coke bottles. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, lady. So anyway, they're going to drop some of the charges so that they can move his ass and start getting on with the breaking down of SBF. So criminal charges brought against Sam Bankman-Fried in February also include several conspiracies to commit fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to operate an unlicensed money transmitting business, and conspiracy to make unlawful political contributions. But the charges brought against Bankman-Fried after the initial barrage last December encompass in what is called an S5 indictment would be dropped by prosecutors if the Bahama does not approve, prosecutors said in a Monday court filing. So it could be some of these charges being dropped so that they can expedite this process and they can get done with whatever it is that they're trying to do. So we'll see what happens. And this is the greatest shit that I've ever seen right now. Guys, I'm not making this up. Okay. Look, somebody tried to rob a Bitcoin ATM in Texas. They tried to break into this place and throw the Bitcoin machine into their truck because they were trying to get themselves some Bitcoin. And they figured that this would be the way to go about it. And I'm going to show you this video right now. And God damn it, is all I can say. So these guys were trying to steal a Bitcoin machine, not realizing that Bitcoin is digital currency and it's not really inside the ATM. So that's your tax dollars at work. In other news, crypto exchange Bybit has granted in principle approval to operate in Kazakhstan. And look at Kazakhstan. Isn't that a beautiful place? Man, oh man, oh man. And then finally, Bitcoin parabolic signal still in play as Bitcoin flashes, according to crypto analyst Kevin Svensson. The MACD is a momentum indicator that traders use to watch possible trend reversals. Now, how do I know that? Well, duh, because we were talking about this a couple of days ago, right? So here we are. These daily MACD crossovers can sometimes be just the beginning of a much larger move. It is entirely possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible with this. I don't know. I went looking for some reason. For some reason, there's no mugshot available for these 7 guys. I don't know why. Normally, you would see a mugshot and you would see these people say, like, these fucking idiots, they just tried to steal a Bitcoin machine. So there you go. But for whatever reason, neither their names nor mugshots have been released yet. Now, that could mean that they were all underaged by chance. I don't know. but I'm going to keep looking and see if we can find and see if we can find out who these geniuses are. And to be fair, it is also entirely possible that the Bitcoin machine was incidental to what they were trying to do. Could be they were just trying to rob this pawn shop or this store, and that was just the reason. Like we see that video and it busts into the Bitcoin machine. So it may not mean that they were going after the Bitcoin machine. They just saw it and they were like, you know what, throw it on the fucking thing, because there might be cash in it, right? Like we're looking at it. We're looking at it like it's kind of funny, but people put cash in order to Bitcoin out. I'm not sure exactly how those machines work, but I mean, they are money machines at the end. So I would assume there's cash in there somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So maybe they're just trying to get the cash out. So just crazy, just bonkers, right? Anyway, so the MACD is crossing over, and you, by the way, can see that on all of the charts. We did have, by the way, the MACD was crossed over until this dump when Loretta Mester decided that she was going to be on her bullshit. And this is the daily chart, by the way. You got the crossover happening, but it's starting to wane just a little bit, as you can see right here. It's not, when you get this kind of downward pressure, then you don't see something happening. Yeah. So I don't know what to say about that part. But here's the thing: when you look at the weekly is still in a decent position, but coming back down. And when you look at the monthly is about to flip bullish, and that's the one that I think makes the biggest case over here. We've seen a couple months here of positivity. Now, this does mean that we're going to mint a red candle for the month of May, which this is going to be the first red candle for the month of May, for the year in the month of May. But four straight green candles before we got to this is a pretty good sign, and maybe an indication that we're about to hit this right here. And this is what happens when you hit that right there. So, it's all coming to a head right now. We'll see it playing out. Now, a couple things as we go. First of all, BitBoy, if you haven't watched this, go watch it. Fascinating expose on Pocahontas. This is the most disingenuous, nasty broad in the Senate. In fact, you can follow what a scumbag she really is just with the breadcrumbs that are laid out right in front. And most of these are not just breadcrumbs. She is as corrupt as it gets. And look, I don't have the details for it. You just have to watch the video. But it goes on to explain how she got elected, how she lied to everybody to get elected, how she continues to lie to people about what she says while voting the opposite, how she's in the pocket of corporate bankers, how that's where her funding comes from, even going back to 2016 when Bernie Sanders said, I think famously, well, I won't accept any money from any of the corporate bankers or any of that kind of shit. And then Liz Warren came on. She was like, I'll take that cheddar, daddy, and did whatever it was that she did. So, yeah, she's in the pocket of all of the people that you hate, all of the people who are out to bring down cryptocurrency. She is that scumbag, right? And this expose, very fascinating. You should watch it. Also, while we're at it, Ben.eth is okay. So about 7 hours ago, he says that bots are majorly annoying. As you can see right here, the third time is a charm. Memorial Day weekend, blah blah blah. We're this is the announcement. This is where we're getting it to go. This is everything. Now the bots are majorly annoying. And then you've got ignore this contract redeploying because Jake Agan is So then we've got the airdrops for Psyop and Ben, which are going to be happening after the Loyal launch. All of these different things are happening here. And last minute tweaks to the contract, blah, 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 blah. So we still don't have a contract launch yet, but we're getting closer. So we'll see how this all plays out. In the meantime, make sure that you check out that video. Also, there is another video down here, and big buys still coming in. Frankie Candles is on with Miss Teen Crypto. She's not a teen anymore, by the way. Just so you guys know, Miss Teen Crypto, no longer a teen. She just turned 20, I think. So, but pay attention to what's going on. This right here, this is, and this is not the whole thing, but we're going to do this part of it right here. BitBoy says it's no longer a guarantee that Ripple will win the SEC lawsuit. Now, most people are saying this, have been saying the same thing, that you're almost 100% sure. Like, this is a slam dunk case, right? There's absolutely no reason to think that this is not going to end in a positive fashion. There's no reason to think that the SEC has any case against anything positive. There's no reason to think that, right? But here's what's happening. Here's the interesting part to all of it. Most of the time, the judges are compelled to side with the federal government in these types of cases that lack any sort of real clarity. So I don't know if that is the case or not, but what BitBoy's saying here, I don't know if that's true. I told you guys, like, June or July, we're getting very close, and it's going to be absolutely amazing when this thing is over one way or another. I do think that what's going to happen, but it's not guaranteed. I thought it was guaranteed for the longest time. I'd say 99.9% sure, but the way the government's going right now, I don't know. So yeah, what's happening here is the government is obviously clamping down on Bitcoin. They're using Liz Warren and her Gestapo to try to stop your freedom and compel you to comply. They want your compliance. They want your obedience. Like, that's, what they're going for, right? So Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO for Ripple, still remains confident that they're going to win. But listen, even with all of the disclosure, even with everything, and look, and if you go back and you start to read this, you're going to spend most of your time laughing because it's been a clown show with the SEC. You're going to look at it and you're going to be like, oh my God, are they stupid? Like, and there's the Hinman papers, the Hinman recordings, all of these things that showed what the SEC's policy and what the SEC's procedures are and were. It has been just crazy, right? So with that, you would think that this is a slam dunk, right? Not so fast. It's just getting crazy. There is possibly and probably no chance of a clear win here. What we're probably and most likely going to end up seeing is we will see Judge Torres rule that there is standing for the SEC, and that even if they didn't tell you they changed their policy, they can still do that. They're not compelled to honor verbal policy of a previous administration. Like, that's the kind of crazy shit that you might see come out of her mouth when she does it. Now, Brad Garlinghouse also is expecting this at the Crypto Basic. Garlinghouse noted that the community should expect a resolution to the case in weeks, not months. So with all of that happening, you come over and you look at the XRP price, and the XRP price had started to spike yesterday. Let's go to the, let's do a 4-hour, and you can see right here that we were starting to move, and it got real good over here. Then, of course, what happened last night with Loretta Mester. So that happened, and the move came down. But look at this on the 4-hour charts, immediately recovering. So when you look at the 1 hour, you're still seeing that XRP is still on the move. So still a lot of positivity out there. If you were to buy right now, look, you couldn't get me to tell you that it would be okay to buy. I would, at best, I would say that the nearest level is going to be about 47 cents. If you were looking to try to get in, you would kind of want to get a little bit in at 47, maybe try to wait to 46, see if it can come down here into the 40s one more time, get into the lower area before this liftoff. But this liftoff is coming very, very soon. So, and look, I'm not going to FOMO, because no, I'm not going to FOMO. But if you are interested, then come out here to the day chart and let's see what was the price action when it really, really, really mattered, right? It's at 50 cents right now. And at the top over here was $1.96. Like, is that going to move your needle? You know what I mean? Like, is that the number for you? Because that's about a 3.5x maybe. So possible, potential, but I would say get as much dip as you can possibly get into this thing. Now, we are seeing, by the way, about $3 billion in capital just entered the market. So something might be going on. Looking at the 1 hour, you might be seeing a little move back into the markets. And look, we're on the last day of the month. Bulls might be motivated to do something, but I think it's too little too late. I don't know that we're going to see a $3,000 spike on Bitcoin in the course of a day. That would require not only coming through this channel right here, but then a full-on breakout to 29.4 just to get that's 2,300 over the course of the day, which could happen. But I would think we'd want more positive. We want more positive news coming out. Pre-markets over here down 113, down and down because the market is still waiting for that debt ceiling deal. Now, even with good information coming out of the debt ceiling, we still have issues, we still have concerns, we still have problems. So maybe we'll see something happen, but most probably there's going to be some pressure here. And I do want to say that on the monthly chart, if we come back here and look one more time, so we're looking for this crossover on the MACD to green, right? Well, if you really kind of zoom it out here and you really look at the MACD where it is right now, there is a case to be made that there is one more step here. So when you're looking at it, you can probably see right here, like this little red right here, like maybe, just maybe we get another red right here before it flips green. So if you go back and remember when the lowest of the low point was not long ago, without, by the way, we're gonna do this on the 4 hour, by the way. We're not going to do this on the, but if you come back here, the lowest point of the low in 2021, and I happen to know because ain't it a bitch, it was on my birthday, right here, the absolute lowest date in right there. Now this was a spike dump. This was not, it doesn't really qualify because that was that was a flash. This was the actual dump on the market. And from July 20th on, the market went into this parabolic final phase. So what you're looking at is this was June right here. And you saw June was just an absolute shit show. So then you move on to the next year into June. And June, absolute shit show. Ended up with Elon selling off some of his Bitcoin for Tesla. You saw Three Arrows Capital. You saw all of the stuff start to come down over here, and that was the collapse from that was caused by Terra Luna Classic. So that puts us where we are right now. So maybe, just maybe, we got one more month into June of red, but then it's going to flip. This thing is going to flip, like it's on the way. So yeah, I think that we've got something big happening. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into some Degen plays over here. WAGMI is up 25% on the day to a 9.56 million market cap from about a 7 million market cap just recently. Remember what I said, guys, we want this breakout to happen. We're hoping this breakout happens, but we also should temper that with we were in the 7s and 6s, or well, 66. We were at 66 not that long ago. 67.44 was the max on it. So getting a spike to 43 doesn't really move that needle. We need this needle to be up here minting new highs. What would be really nice would be to see this thing 10x for about right now and get a little bit of exposure, 10x from this point, and get us to about 100 million market cap. Then maybe you have a little bit of when you look at WAGMI, you'll be like, yeah, now that's exactly what I expected to see, because we have yet to see that, right? The best we got was at was at 67.44. No, my birthday's in July. Dondo, I don't think he heard it. The worst day in 2021 was on my birthday, which was July 20. That was the low of the market. So anyway, we're closer to the bottom on WAGMI than we are the top. Here's the cool part, right? If you're looking for entry and you're looking for an entry position into a crypto, one of the things that you're looking for is a low market cap with a lot going on, right? Well, what better than a $7 million market cap? Now, I know most of the time you're looking for sub 5 million, right? When it gets past 5 million, then you're really kind of just speculative at that point. But look, this thing could blow up to 100 million market cap. I do think it's, again, and I'm going to tell you this one more time. I do think that in a good bull market, this is a 500 million market cap. Just this game alone with crypto being the way it is. I do think that this is potentially a 500 million market cap game, right? And that's was at 50x from where it is right now. So it's not, I don't think by any means this is not going to be a big one, right? Here's the thing. There's more games that are under wraps right now that are being worked on. There's a reason that all of these big time game people were brought into the mix. There's a reason they've got all of this stuff going on in the back end that we're not really talking about. There's a reason for all of this. And that is because this is an ecosystem that's about to be built out huge, right? So I'm really confident that we're going to start seeing something happen pretty soon. I do think that we're getting real close to launch. I think they're trying to keep it under wraps. They don't want to have a lot of conversation about it. They just want to do it, and they just want to get it out there. And I think that what you're seeing right now is a kind of a testament to that, because if you come over here and you look, then what you're seeing is 13 ETH buy here, a 16 ETH buy here, and now you're following this wallet right here, and you want to know, who is this wallet? This is the Uniswap Universal Router, right? So who or what is this? Who is this person that keeps accumulating? And you can see that there's some trading on MEXC, so I would assume it's probably an American. So who knows? But their token holdings, 57,000 in WAGMI games. And they had Mong, or they're holding Mong, Planet, and Scooby-Doo. So it is somebody who might be an insider, who might know a little bit, and might be just loading up for whatever is to come. So if that's the case, remember, there's a 5% buy, 5% sell. So just remember that when you're aping in, if you're going to ape in. Moving on, Lillian rejected at 8,000. Now, I did have a post out there talking about this, saying that, what it really needed to do was to push through 8,000 and not reject off of 8,000. And what did it do? It pushed up to 8,000 and then rejected off of that 8,000 line. You see not a whole lot of sell down. It is getting bought back up, but people are just exiting because, again, that's just happens to be the line of support, which is now resistance at this point. So that's what you're seeing happen. MMAI still had a nice little reversal, not where it needs to be, obviously. A lot more room to go. Again, another undervalued gem at 3 million market cap. Would be nothing to see MMAI. Now, by the way, before I say that, 5 and 10% sell tax, buy and sell. So it's not going very far at this point, but this is a potential for 100, 200, 300 million market cap in the right market conditions. And 100 million market cap is a 30x from now. So when you're out here looking for one of those gems, then MMAI is one of them that you're going to want to pay attention to. BRL up 1% at 38.31, Cult 33.55, Volt still looking for traction on Volt 60.59, not getting that big pump that look, I mean, we keep talking about, we're not really talking about it, but we keep hearing people talking about it, that there's that next pump. Now, it looks like the reversal is in. We did find the bottom, right? we did find the bottom over here, and it did start to move up. Then it trended on this line right here. Now it's up here. It's trending in the middle at this point of this line. Now look, and you know, we made these lines a long fucking time ago, right? We've trended up and down through this channel twice, it looks like. Now this bottom wick right here, this shows pressure. So I would think that a reversal up at least to test this one more time is imminent. So, you know, it's very possible that we have a break towards the upside where we start to find the next level of resistance. And if we break through 65.33, which is also a level, then, you know, the next move is to 7,000. So you know, maybe we'll see that. Maybe we won't. I don't know yet. What I do know is if you go in here and you look at the newest big holder, the newest big holder is still KuCoin, right? Now they haven't made any buys after setting themselves up with this wallet, right? But if you go into the wallet, then you see that it interacted, it bought a bunch of Volt, and it was with this wallet right here. This wallet constantly interacts with the KuCoin deposit funder. So the KuCoin deposit funder, I assume that's where it's getting its capital from. So then it maybe like it just bought up a whole bunch of shit and then put the tokens into that wallet on a transfer. And now we're just sitting and waiting for the announcement of the launch. They have 166 billion tokens. So that's, you know, a fairly significant amount and a good start, right? Depending on the amount and the volume of trading, by the way. And it should be pointed out, where go. No longer called Volt V2, by the way, now just called Volt. But $13.7 million in trade volume. And if you come over here, then you can see Poloniex out of the mix, by the way. Poloniex only $4,000 in trading volume. They're moving this around. So the Poloniex volume is going to be back any day now. And it should be significant, right? So I would think that when you throw KuCoin into the mix here, which is now getting into meme coin, even more into meme coin presence and stuff like that, then you're really going to start to see a lot of trade volume and a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm. So, and to have more buys, to have more places to buy Volt is never a bad thing. So it's entirely possible that you're going to see something happening with Volt imminent. So SHIB down 2%. Saitama 90.69. Today is Wednesday. Today is $1 Wednesday for Saitama. So I told Dojebud that we would support her for the day. So today is the day for $1 Wednesday on Saitama. There's 38,000 in trading volume right now. The markets are open right now. We are live for the stocks. So now is the time to see exactly what it is that they have on tap and whether they're going to support this move and make a nice little push. So let's see what happens. We're going to be watching. I'm going to be watching all day on Saitama to see how this plays out. Bone is at 80 cents. Still waiting for a little bit more than 80 cents from Bone. Did pump up to 90 cents, but you know that's not what we're looking for. It bounced off of its resistance, by the way. And to be fair, like, you know, I hope you guys saw this. It played out perfectly, by the way. If you were paying attention, this did have an ascending breakout wedge, and it did break out. So if you're playing the percentages and you're playing the odds, there you go. That's the Bone chart played out to perfection. Grumpy Cat trading at 1560 right now. Little buy, little sell, little buy, little sell. You know, just keeps moving and oscillating. Every time you see one of those big moves towards the upside, you do see 4BC7 selling out, continuing to sell out for that profit, exiting their position slowly but surely. Psyop at 1652, Ben at 1058. Now, Ben, I do think that Ben is in a conundrum in the space right now, waiting for that next move. So I think that if it bounces off of here successfully and it starts a reversal, then we have to look at where it's been reversing, right? So it reverses up into this 11 range right now, but now it looks like 1140 seems to be the next spot right here, where it caps out. Like it wicked up here into the 1170 range. So I think that if you're in here and you're doing some trading, and by the way, I don't see this wedge formation with Ben. So if we see it bounce up here, test 1170 one more time, come back down, then we can talk about maybe a formation has formed for a breakout, but I don't see it yet. All I see right now is it's tending to its support line. Now, seems to be a lot of, when it comes down here and wicks below, it gets bought up immediately. When it hits down here, it gets bought up immediately. When it gets down here, got bought up immediately. When it hit here, it got bought up, but not as immediate. You can see that. So it looks like the support is waning just a little bit. So we're probably going to need to see an announcement. I hope that I really hope that BitBoy has a nice little announcement today just to keep the party going. But if not, then we have to consider that, Ben might just be kind of oscillating for a little while until we get those loyal rewards. When we get those loyal rewards for Ben holders, and it turns out to be significant, if it turns out to be significant, then that would be awesome, right? But until we know, we won't know. Optimus down 7%, 1617. Pepe 1240, continuing to just depress a whole lot of frog lovers. Dogs not frogs, I think is the phrase right now, right? And even our man Paulie, XOOX, whatever the fuck his name is running something called nothing to see here .eth or something. Accumulated 800,000 in Ethereum yesterday. Meanwhile, Daisy, the crypto empress, couldn't get a Lambo. Think about that. That's crazy. So 1240 right now, trading in the middle of this descending channel. If I were you and you are crypto and you are pro Pepe, or you're looking for an entry position into Pepe, for the love of God, don't get in right now. This is not the spot. When it's at this point and this level, and it doesn't have, by the way, it doesn't have a lot of buying pressure. You see some, but it got bought up here and then immediately minted another red candle. So that's not buy pressure right now. That means it's probably coming down because that sell pressure is still imminent, right? So let it play its way down here to 1116. Before you make a move on it, give it a second. Let this kind of play out. Put a little bit in, you know what I mean? Like if that's the play that you're going to make, just do a little bit here. See if it comes down, because it might come down here and add a zero. And if it does, then it's all, then this right here, SN Fuego, right? You're going to be pumping super hard, because this will be like the discount of a lifetime for you. To immediately make a huge return. And it looked like there was a big buy that just came in. You got about 5 ETH. You got about, no. And look, by the way, trade volume over here on Pepe, dead. Every 2 minutes or every minute, 1 or 2 buys. Pepe is dead for all intent and purposes on Uniswap. Doesn't mean it's not still trading in other places, but still. Deconnect 46, 4.6 cents. Mong down to 25.81. God damn, fucking dead. RFD, RFD over here. I'm fudding it, right? The chart's not fudding itself, right? The chart's not fudding itself. I'm the one fudding it, right? What the absolute fuck, right? So it looks like stop fudding my bag, bruh. Stop fudding my bag. Bruh, it's prime for a breakout. It's prime for a breakout. It broke out. It broke out to the bottom, and it is done. All of those guys that you trusted, all of those guys that said, yeah, baby, if you just buy it, it's going to go to the moon, baby. No, here you go. Apparently the moon's under the fucking earth. So, yeah. Now, also got this one right here. Whale. Basically a rug pull at this point. Don't know what happened here, but just looks like an absolute shit show. So we're not going to bother with that one. There we go. Yeah, there's no reason to think that this one's going to do anything other than be waste of time at this point. Looks like you're getting some buys. It's still fairly active for today, which is weird. There's still buys and sells coming in, but it doesn't really appear that there's going to be anything to this one. So going back down. So we'll close that one out. All right. So there we go. Be very careful, guys. If you, I don't know who that is. Tell them I said that. Oh, God damn it. I kill me sometimes. By the way, kill switch engage hat. You should all get one. All right. So here's the deal. All right. This is the important part for you. This is what should matter to you the most. Okay. If you are a Ben holder, every week you're going to get a piece of the profits off of Loyal. Loyal is the token for Psydex, and that is the DEX swap. Ben ETH has not made an announcement yet on how you're going to be rewarded for his portion of Psydex, but it's going to be through Psyop. So you're going to be rewarded for being a loyal Ben holder. You're going to be rewarded for being a loyal Psyop holder. This is a question of loyalty, right? So that's a decision for you to make on whether or not that you want to be part of it or not. You know, that's for you to decide. Richie's Plain Talk in the house. Elmo and Bone mathematically are my two favorites. Thoughts? I still think that Bone is going to have an epic run. I think we already did the Bone, but let me go back here because it was trading at 80 cents. Trading at 80 cents to me really feels like this is the gas that's going to run the entire ecosystem for Shibarium, which we haven't seen really play itself out yet. But you know, if you really kind of zoom out and look at what's going on with Bone, really it's about getting in and accumulating in the buy zone. I think so. We've had these runs up to $2. Now I don't think it's 20. I don't think it's like 250 or anything like that, even though it did wick out like crazy up here. I think that's really bots doing a lot of buying. We've got this quick reversal that happened right here. Remember, this came up here, it came all the way down, and then all of a sudden we got this mountainous reversal. Well, it looks like we could be looking at that mountainous reversal starting, or at least it felt like we were getting it started. So now the question is, does it become new lows, or are we looking at a legitimate reversal? Well, there's no real structure here to tell you on the daily chart. If you come to the 2-hour chart, you're seeing maybe you could argue that there is a wedge playing upwards that just broke. If you look at the 4-hour, you're looking at. So I would say that you're probably bouncing off of a floor right now. At least the 4-hour shows that this right here, and I want to just call it 8,000 because it'll be easier that way, or 8,050. All right, so that seems to be like a little floor area where, you know, maybe this is the spot where another big reversal comes into play, because you do have this, and you've minted a green candle right afterwards. You've seen this being used as a support line. So if this holds, then that means a reversal might be in, and we could probably look for some much bigger highs. I do think there's going to be a lot of resistance to get back to $1, but as soon as, and I think, by the way, the date is going to be August. So I think in August, as we get closer to August, and I want to say that June's probably going to be a bad month, that we're probably on everything going to be looking at kind of a negative June, and we're going to be looking at a much bigger July, if history has been an indication. And Shibarium is supposedly going to be a go for August if everything works out. So it's possible. It's very possible that this is not the end of the downside for Bone. But if you're if the question is long term, then in the long term, I would say that the smartest thing for anybody to do, if you have capital on hand and you have the ability, then I would bet heavily that Bone is going to have a nice little run. to 3x from 80 cents. Maybe I would think more likely. So here we are right here. Total market cap about 200 million. It's got to be $1 billion market cap, right? So 5x from here. So up to $4. It did wick one time to 473. I think that's bots though. But I mean, could it go to $4? I really think that it goes to at least $4. So it's the gas that burns the entire system. So you got to think that there's something. And when you look at these structures, by the way, when you look at the structure of this, it looks like it's about to happen again, right? It looked like it had a nice little run here, then it had a fall down, then it had a nice little run, then it had a fall down. Now it's about to go on a nice little run here, and this nice little run might be a lot bigger than it was before. So I am super bullish on that. Now, Elmo, 640,000 in liquidity. Elmo just keeps sending. Jesus Christ. Elmo has been 7 days, 30%. Elmo just continues to send. So I would say until that line right there is broken, I would, and by the way, I would not enter at this position here. I would be waiting for a fall down because it doesn't look like much when you're looking at it on a chart, but when you go from here down to here, that's 22%. So before you can, and by the way, 2,000 holders right now. So before you can do very much, like you really need to have this move down here at least before you start to enter into a position that's 22%. Because if you enter right now and it does what it's been doing here, then most probably it's going to come down and you're going to be down 20% immediately. So I'd be very careful with this. Let it come down to 18 before you made a play, maybe 19. But again, take the structure, do your own chart, figure this shit out for yourself. Like just kind of find the spot right here, look at it and decide whether or not you think that that's what's going on right now. It also, if you consider that this is valid, if you don't, then you could look at this and you could say, hey, this structure is actually right here, and this was where it broke down. This could be the bottom. So I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying this is more likely the play. But the other piece is this right here looks like it's breaking this way. So if these are honored, then this is going to break down here in the 18, and then it's going to come back up for a retest, and then it should break out and continue on to a newer high because of the structure of the chart. So invest accordingly. If this is something for you, then check it out for yourself and decide whether or not that's the play for you. It still looks good, still maintaining itself, still doing a great job of continuing its way up. So Elmo has a $10 million market cap too, by the way. So and people seem to be holding pretty it seems pretty significant right now. So we'll see what happens. 10% exit tax, by the way. So this is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I gotta get to work now. By the way, it's still not my birthday. My birthday is July 20th. So moon landing. I wasn't there. I wasn't on the moon. It was before I was born, but still July 20th is my birthday. So anyway, we'll talk to you again very, very soon. I will see you guys for bedtime tonight. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to sign up for MEXC, BitGet, and NordVPN. Oh, shit. I forgot. All right, hold on one second. I got something. God damn it. Okay, so you have to do this in the middle of the night, by the way. It's only open from 8 a.m. to 9. It's only open from 8 to 9. So just give me 1 second here. Let me get you the links. I need a couple of people here. I'm going to put it in a banner down below. I'm going to post it on Twitter as well. Commonwealth. I talked about the other day. The winners were at Lost Nins and at Corvette C8ZV. 06. Okay, those two people, Lost Nins, contact me on Twitter at Corvette RC8C706. Also contact me as well regarding the NFTs. So and we'll get you taken care of immediately. Excuse me. And then you're gonna need a BEP-20 wallet. So yeah, there we go. Leave that up for a second, and then now I'm out.
We chat online for like 2 hours every day, so I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
That's you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to sign up for MEXC, BitGet, and NordVPN down in the links below.
Ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime.